The food industry is more competitive than it's been in a really long time, and that's because consumers are demanding more out of grocers, out of brand founders, and out of the traditional food companies. But frozen is no different, and it's actually one of the most exciting categories in the industry today, growing a lot, and in fact, the global industry is expected to reach $290 billion by 2021. Daily Harvest was founded at a time when there was a lot of big raising happening in direct-to-consumer and a lot of tech coming into the food world. Blue Apron was just getting started and getting a $2 billion valuation. I've covered food for a while and had always known about Daily Harvest, but had never really met Rachel Drori. Rachel took a different approach to business, and at a time when people were really pushing for more and customer acquisition and bigger raises, she was focused on capital efficiency. I mean, 125 million in sales for 2019, this stage in the game for Daily Harvest, and being on the way to steady state profitability is a really impressive business.
The idea for Daily Harvest really started when I was working at Gilt Group. I was finding myself in back-to-back meetings all day long, and day after day it was 3 o'clock, and I was no longer able to make good decisions. I was hangry. So I would go into the kitchen, I would go into the pantry, and I would grab something like trail mix or day-old stale birthday cake. I knew better, but I just didn't have the time to eat that way, and it was really crushing me.
So Daily Harvest essentially makes smoothies. It makes harvest bowls, it makes oats, it makes chia parfaits. Daily Harvest works with 400 partner farmers around the country. They're all either organic or using regenerative agriculture practices. The reason Daily Harvest working with 400 farmers is so important is because the produce that we're usually eating has been picked months before it's ripe, and by the time it gets to the shelves that we're buying it from, it's been in warehouses and artificially gassed, typically, to ripen and then transported around the country. But because Daily Harvest works with these farmers and freezes directly on site, they're able to have the produce actually be ripened fully on the vine or the tree. They're able to keep it frozen at peak ripeness, peak nutritional value, and then that's what gets directly shipped to you.
The reason I started with smoothies is because it was something that I knew people would understand, and I knew it was something that was pretty habitual. And the vision was always like, how do we turn the freezer in every single kitchen into a self-replenishing, personalized pantry of good, clean food that's ready in seconds?
Daily Harvest's bestseller right now is around $90 a week for 12 cups. That's around $7 per cup, but that's not really that cheap for something that's this size. They are in the process of changing their sizing. The harvest bowls will be bigger, and the breakfast parfaits and chia puddings will be smaller, and it all kind of comes out in the wash. There are a lot of women in the food brand space, but there are very few in the food tech area, and Rachel is a pioneer in that way. She has been pregnant twice through building this company, and then she raised her Series A while she was pregnant, and having to raise considerable VC money, several months pregnant is not an easy feat. It's not something that I think people take lightly, and it's something that takes a lot of courage.
So during my seed round, somebody actually asked me how I plan to grow a big business and be a good mother, and I couldn't justify that question. So what I responded was, if what you're asking is if I'm 100% dedicated to building this business, my answer is yes.
So does Daily Harvest have staying power? I think there's a place for it. People are looking for convenient, healthy foods more than ever, and Daily Harvest has figured out an entirely new supply chain. And I think as long as there are transparent ingredient lists, it will continue to be successful.